Ladies and gentlemen, let's try again with Sitcom video. As you've probably heard, The Witcher 3 has indeed been delayed to the 19th of May 2015, with the reasons cited to be many details that need to be corrected. And now they say that, well, we really wish we hadn't set the release date too hastily. Now this actually came from the board of Projekt Red. And a member of that board, I'm probably going to pronounce his name incorrectly, Adam Kiciński, said that they needed to do a bit more talking to their Polish financial journalists later on that day. He then said, and this is translated from Polish, and thanks to Eurogamer, "Gamers took our decision very well. The markets are afraid of badly polished games on next generation platforms." Now, of course, he obviously is referring to, let's say, Drive Club, let's say Assassin's Creed Unity, let's say the Master Chief Collection, and so on, and so on, and so on. Let's just be honest. You don't really have to look that hard to find examples of this. But anyway, he said, "We want to disarm the opinion that The Witcher 3 doesn't exist." He said, "It will be closed by the end of the year in line with the schedule," but he said that there are just a lot of small little errors because the game is so huge, and this is the reason behind the delay. He said, "Only after putting all the pieces together do we realise that it's actually bigger than the first two games are put together. Let me remind you, it's an open world and it's not linear. We're just learning how to play it and we have to catch each little piece. We knew what we had to do and we just have to do it. We don't want to release the game with bugs that undermines the gameplay." He then says, "Well, now we're really sorry basically that we put the game in autumn 2014. It was set way too early and we announced the release date and now we're really paying for it," which is completely and utterly understandable. And I know people are disappointed, without question, people are disappointed with the whole situation with The Witcher, but I have to say that I personally am very respectful of Projekt Red. Not only are they planning DLC for the game for completely and utterly free, but in addition to that, unlike a lot of developers, they just don't want to release the game that's basically broken in half on release. Now, if you look at Assassin's Creed Unity, for example, there are so many patches that have been released for that game. None of them fix the frame rate. None, across any version. In fact, I've actually given up testing at this point because it's just ridiculous. They've constantly said they're going to put out new patches and new versions, and I've done a little bit of internal testing. Nope, no difference. Hasn't fixed a lot of the issues. Some of the big bugs apparently are being worked on, like some of the crashing, but the game crashes on consoles, for the love of God. It crashes on consoles, it locks up consoles. And then you've got things like model swapping and stuff like that. Basically, what I'm saying is that should not happen in a PC release, let alone a console release which has fixed hardware. It's just bad, especially considering it's one of Ubisoft's major breadwinners. So Projekt Red do not want anything to do with a situation that's even close to this. They want, as close as possible, a perfect game release. Now obviously, in a title that's this big, there probably are going to still be a few graphical glitches. There probably still will be a couple of issues with the title, but that's fine. You know, small little issues where you get like a problem where like the quest doesn't drop items occasionally and it's a very quick patch and it's like a side quest. It's not great, it's a bit annoying, but it's okay. You know, I can deal with that stuff. When you have little problems like, oh, I don't know, you know, you go to a very specific area in the world and you might kind of get trapped behind a rock. It can be annoying, but okay, fine. But when you start getting massive issues like frame rate drops across all versions of the game, when you start getting issues where the game is inherently broken upon release, that, my friends, is just not acceptable. It is not acceptable at all. Particularly when you're being asked to pay like 40, 50, 60 or whatever it is in your currency for that game experience. Anyway, I personally really hope this game sells well across all formats. I really believe that they do deserve the money. I think they're really putting in the work, and so I really hope they are rewarded handsomely for it. And from what I'm seeing, from reading comments and just kind of looking around the internets, as one does, gamers do seem to be responding quite well to this. And let's just be totally honest. This would be a good signal to other companies, possibly, if this game does do extremely well and gamers get behind it because there's no bugs on launch and, you know, the game does do exceedingly well in the charts, which it hopefully deserves to. Perhaps it will be a signal for other companies to not do that. Oh, come on, who am I kidding? They're going to do it anyway. Of course, they're not going to release a bloody working product. Oh well, at least CD Projekt Red apparently are on the right track. Anyway, take care, and bye for now.